What's good, y'all? Rich Sosa back in the building with another banger, man. So first things first, before we go ahead and get started, I just want to go ahead and say thank you, God, for this opportunity. And man, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Anybody who wants to join the Rich Gang family, be sure to go ahead and turn on post notifications, hit that like button, and do not forget to leave a comment down below when complete. So as y'all can see by the looks of the title on the screen, I am bringing y'all the top 3 most rare broken builds. And the first one that I got lined up for y'all today is going to be called the Deep Range Shot Creator build, made out of the point guard position. Now as you can see the physicals in the top right section of the screen, for the height, I'm going to be going with 6'2". As for the weight, 165 with a 6'2" wingspan. Now, when it comes down to the physicals, these are very important, but today we're going to start off with the stats. So for the finishing, I did go with an 84 driving dunk, driving layup 64, 52 close shot, and it's going to bring us up to a total of 13 finishing badges. Then, once we go ahead and get into the shooting, this is going to be very solid on this build. We're going with an 82 mid-range shot, but then we do have a 97 three-pointer off rip. Bring up that free throw to a 75 for a total of 33 shooting badges, and you get pretty much every single Hall of Fame badge for the shooting that you're going to be needing. So, when it comes down to the playmaking, let's just go ahead and save that for later. But now once we go ahead and get into the defensive end, for the steal, what you have to go ahead and do is put this to an 86. As for the block, put this to a 57. And then when it comes down to the perimeter defense, I know this is going to be a little low than what I would want for my kind of build. But to get the build name, you do have to go and maintain a 64 perimeter defense. Now honestly, for this exact build, this is going to be made mainly for the shooting, especially with the name. But I'm telling you, out of all the builds that I have made, I truly believe this is probably the #1 build that really goes with the build name. Especially with that 97 3-pointer, you're definitely going to be able to get a 99 3. But when it comes down to the mid-range, if you do add boost and run with the correct teammates who will be running for general, then add in the takeover, you're going to also be able to get a 99 mid-range on top of the 99 3-pointer. Now, when it comes down to what we're going to be looking like for the playmaking, a total of 29 badges, and then I saved the rest of the attributes pretty much for the physicals on this build. So the main thing that you want to do when it comes down to the takeovers is really consider which area of the build do you want to add a boost to. You get the shot creating, sharpshooting, so that means we're already going to be able to get the potential of having a 99 for the 3-pointer and the mid-range, but then you also have the playmaking takeover. I'm going to leave it up to y'all, but I'm going with spotted precision and ankle breaking shots takeover. And as y'all can see, we have made together the deep range shot creator build, and look at the comparison of John Wall and De'Aaron Fox. Now, let's go ahead and get into the second build that I got lined up for y'all. And I'm telling you, they only continue to get even better. Being made out of the power forward position, I'm going to be bringing y'all the glass cleaning shot creator build. Now, honestly, all 3 of these builds are very broken when it comes down to their specific areas of what they're going to be able to do. For example, that first build, the 3-point shooting, is out of this world. On this one, I'm telling you, the defense as well as the versatility that comes with it is easily going to make this a very solid, probably one of the best 1v1 court builds to use. So, let's go ahead and check out the height real quick. I'm going with 6'7" with a glass cleaning shot creator name that is going to be a really good build as well as the height to make it out of. Then once it comes down to the weight, I'm going with 210 and a 7'4" wingspan. Now for the physicals, I decided to max out my speed with my acceleration. Then from there, I'm going to go with a 70 vertical and a 95 stamina. For the defensive end, I am maxing out the block and both of my rebounds. Go with an 86 steal, 77 perimeter defense, and a 65 interior. That's going to give us a total of 30 badges right here, which really on the defensive end is going to be a huge W. Now, for the shooting, I'm going to go with a mid-range shot maxed out. Same thing for the 3-pointer, then go with the 75 free throw. And that's going to bring us up to around 24 shooting badges. For me, that's going to be very perfect. Now, once it comes down to what we're going to be doing for the playmaking and the finishing, we still got about close to 20 plus overalls that we need to use. So from here, you actually do have a few different options how you want to go about making this build. So you have the playmaking as well as the finishing that we still actually need to get into. So if you want to make this build more of a playmaking build, all you gotta go ahead and do is make sure you throw more of the attributes into this area. But honestly, what I'm gonna do is go with the finishing first, hit y'all with a 90 driving dunk, 80 driving layup, then the close shot is gonna be brought up because we did upgrade that mid-range. However, we're gonna end off with around 17 finishing badges. Now honestly, if you want to get even more out of the finishing, you definitely can do so, but I'm telling you, this is gonna be the way that you want to make this build. Now for the playmaking, I'm going to go with a 75 speed with ball. That's going to be a key factor of this build. Then when it comes down to the ball handle, what you want to go ahead and do is put this to an 81. And already we are brought up to a total of 15 badges. Now we still do have the pass accuracy to get into. But honestly, overall, out of all 4 badge counts, the numbers are looking really solid. I get about 24 for the finishing, but remember, you can also try to get more if you do adjust the wingspan on this build. But then also, you have to consider if you want to get more finishing badges. I know I have made this build previously, so just remember that there are multiple ways to go about making these builds. So let's go ahead and finish off with the pass accuracy. I'm going to go with the 76. That's going to bring us up to a total of 22 playmaking badges. And for my liking, I truly believe this is going to be the best way to make this build. And when it comes down to it, I just want to go ahead and say, if you are still watching, man, and you didn't hit that like button, y'all need to go ahead and do so, because I am dropping the bangers every day for y'all. And if you have not already joined the Rich Gang family, be sure to go ahead and hit that sub button if you're new. As you can see, the takeovers, the glass cleaning, playmaking, shot creating, and the sharpshooting, I'm going to leave it up to y'all, but as you can see, we have made the glass cleaning shot creator build, and I'm telling you, this last and final build is only going to continue to top these previous 2. But look at the comparisons of Jason Tatum on this one. I'm really enjoying that. Now, if you made it this far into the video, man, go ahead and comment down below. Which of these builds are you going to feel like making? But coming up at number 3, made also out of the power forward position, I am bringing y'all the well-rounded 4 build. I truly just want y'all to know, everybody who is still here listening, watching, and enjoying, that I appreciate y'all support. So most definitely know that I am not going to disappoint. I will drop bangers every single day for y'all, as long as y'all continue to show the support, continue to drop those likes, drop the comments, and sub up. I promise you, y'all most definitely know that I got y'all. But as you can see, when it comes down to the finishing on this build, I'm going to go ahead and get a good amount of badges, being in the 20s, somewhere around 24, but I know you can definitely get more badges out of this build if you wanted to. I want to be able to spread the wealth just enough, but as you can see also, the physicals in the top right section are going to be a key factor of this build, with the height of 6'9", weight of 210, and a 7'4" wingspan. Now total for the finishing badges, we're going to be able to get 25, but honestly, when it comes down to it, you're going to see why I left it as is, because I want to be able to honestly get the most out of this build when it comes down to the animations, and more so importantly, the way that this build is going to move. Now, speaking on the movement of this build, when it comes down to the physicals, I decided to go with a maxed out speed and also acceleration, go with the 70 vertical, and then for the stamina, bring it up to a total of 95. Now, when it comes down to the defensive area on this build, as you can see, already starting out on the interior, I'm going to go with a 74. When it comes down to the perimeter, I feel like 77 is going to be very solid. Then for the steal, go with the 78, 95 block, which is pretty much going to be a 99. Then when it comes down to the rebounding, bring up that defensive rebound to an 87, and that's going to bring up the offensive to a 57. As for the shooting, go with the mid-range shot of 82, three-pointer of an 80, as well as a free throw of 73. And we're going to be able to get a total of 24 shooting badges. And now, last but definitely not least, we got the rest of the attributes for the playmaking. So I'm going to max out the speed with the ball, go with the 72 ball handle, and then for the pass accuracy, throw the rest into this, or you can go with the 70. Now this really comes down to the way that you want to make this build, but as you can see, a total of 16 badges for the playmaking is very solid in my opinion. So 25 for the finishing, 24 for the shooting, 16 on the playmaking, and 25 on the defensive end. Now remember, if you do feel like making these builds any other way, please be sure to make them how I did first, so that way you can get the build name that you want, and then from there, you can go ahead and make your own adjustments. You're going to end it off with around 17 playmaking badges on this build, so do not worry, everything is going to work out in your favor. But if you want to, just to be able to make sure that you maintain the build name, please be sure to show and follow with what I brought to y'all. Now, the only thing I want y'all to do is comment down below which of these 3 builds are y'all making. Now, when it comes down to the takeovers, the rim protecting, lockdown, shot creating, and the sharpshooting, thank y'all to those of you who made it this far. And man, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Turn on post notifications to join the Rich Gang family. Be sure to hit that like button and drop that comment that I've been telling y'all about. Let's go ahead and check out the build name. And now, as y'all can see, we have made the well-rounded 4. Thank y'all to those of you who made it to the end. Thank you, God, for another opportunity. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And with all that being said, I got one last thing to say. Thank God and Rich out.